live when I asked that, so kind of defeats the whole point. But you know, that's how. Just do what you got to do. All right, let's see here. Humans, delighted welcome. Something Battletech season 4, episode 7. What's that, Sid? Intro sequence. Okay, let's go here. Hey friends, I just noticed that Valentine's Day is coming up. Why, what better way to celebrate Valentine's Day than by gifting your loved one and partner APGamingREAL merchandise? What could look better on their belly and or back than my face and or your favorite show logo? What's that, Rad? This is a terrible intro? Alright, well, I guess we're done.
Thank God.
Yeah, I don't know. Let me say this.
Where would one go to procure such merchandise?
Oh, thanks. Teespring.com/APGamingREAL, where you can find that merch store. I mean, if I had had more time, I would have practiced my monotone voice to be like, why, yes, you can go on Valentine's Day. But I didn't have enough time beforehand.
Let me ask you, Arthur, on the air to create an uncomfortable situation.
Of course.
Would you be interested in going, and I guess I could also simultaneously ask the viewership if they would be interested in this merchandising opportunity.
Yeah.
I could do we could do prints or something if you wanted. Like we could do a series of show characters or something. I don't know if that would be something people would be interested in.
I'm interested in knowing what prints are.
You, basically,
I don't understand the basic premise of the question.
A print is like a little mini poster.
Yeah, it's like a little mini poster. It's a common way to look at it would be like, think of taking your favorite page of comic book art and just having that be a poster, but it's like page size. It's not movie poster size. Do you know what I mean?
Let me tell you something, Rad. If my audience is interested in paying for it, I'm interested in doing it.
Okay.
So if we get that interest from the people, by the people, then for the people, I shall deliver them exactly what they want.
Yeah, because I'm thinking like, so for me personally, like I'm not big on, I don't know, I'm very selective about like the clothes that I wear.
Yeah.
But I personally would be much more likely, in like an office or like a man cave or something like that, have like a series of art that I could put on the wall from like my favorite RPG or something like I do pieces like that for family members and friends all the time. I have a lot of art hanging over fireplace mantles that are for a family. So I don't know. Just a thought.
Interesting. I'm gonna throw this back at you.
Okay.
All of the artwork in my house is ancient world maps.
That's
cool.
cool.
I don't know that Raddosaurus and Aricido and Cottontailed art are gonna fit in with that
to
aesthetic.
Your theme.
Yeah, it's gonna be tough sell on that one.
No, yeah, I don't.
Plus,
have
I'll be the only one
house.
looking at him. I guess Amore, but she's not really an art fan. She's more of a bite me fan. So
no, yeah, like generally in my house, I have mostly just pictures of my children, but we do have some stuff. But like we have like one room that's like off theme. You know what I mean? That it's more like a interest in hobby room that we put that kind of stuff in. You know what I mean?
All right, unanimous. You want the merch store to have a 2-foot tall atlas that says Excalibur Ascending? I want a copy of that first. You invented
so incredibly reasonable. I think we'd be stupid to say no at this point.
The difficulty there is copyright.
What? No.
Let me say that when I was a younger man, you know how it is. The days felt long. Getting through a school day felt like it took forever. And then you hit college years and later, and time seems to speed up and the days blur together. I feel like this week I'm basically like 3 years old again in time perception. Everything is taking forever to go anywhere. Everything is terrible. Stressed out all the time. I know you are too, everybody. At varying different levels. Also, I decided for some fucking stupid reason I was gonna finish watching Star Wars Rebels, and I never should have done that. I should have stuck with my guns. Thrawn is so bad on that show. Literally every
heard
instance,
that.
they're like, Thrawn, he's the greatest strategist who's ever lived. And then Thrawn is like, no, let the rebels go. We can defeat them at a later date. And I'm like, you literally could destroy them in an instant. And you're saying to let them go for no reason. They're like, sir, do you have a reasoning for that? And he's like, it will feel more satisfying at a later date. And I'm like, this is the dumbest shit I have ever watched.
That's too bad. I'm about halfway through season 2, and I'm quite enjoying it.
Look, right up until season 3, it's some premium stuff, but season 4, they were like, man, is this a toilet? I'm just gonna stop right here and squat.
I've also heard these things, so I'm anticipating it. So I think I've tempered my expectations, but so far, I think the show it's really good.
Everything about Thrawn is. The rest of the show's fine. The problem is that eventually the show is basically just a Thrawn fanboy fanfic. All right, Rad, what do you got?
What do I got?
What do you got?
Not a ton. I've just been, living life, taking it a day at a time. Going to work,
making your way downtown, then you're homebound.
Yeah. Those things. I have military duty this weekend. So
not a great time, but
yeah, I'll be going to a facility to facilitate military things. No, it's just battle assembly. I'm going to go to the range and do my annual weapon qualification. Leave tomorrow. I'll be gone all weekend. I'll get back on Sunday super tired, just in time to go to work on Monday. Yeah, it's, just is what it is. I expect to hear something about the things that are happening. I doubt that I will get news that I'll be going anywhere, although it's always entirely possible. But who knows? We'll see. I'm not anticipating anything just yet. Things are pretty messed up, but they're not reach me level of messed up yet. So we'll see. We'll see things see how things go for the next 2 weeks or so. Outside of that, I'm excited to play tonight. I have been playing a lot of World of Warcraft Classic with my family. It's been pretty great. Been having a good time. We have a little me and my wife and my brother and my sister-in-law. I'll have a little posse that we run around and cause mischief, and it's a lot of fun. That's about it. That's all I got going on, Arthur. Watching Rebels. That's my deal right now. Everything else is done watched. I watched Mandalorian's over, and I watched all The Witcher, and I don't know. So I'm just kind of going back and checking some boxes of some things that I always kind of meant to watch but never did. So yeah, that's where I'm at.
Okay. All right. SidAlpha.
Yes.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah. Was asking,
hello.
No. Yeah.
No.
Okay, we're just gonna keep doing this then.
I really have nothing going on.
The
I've
90s,
been
we're being some butthead.
I've been so completely caught up with day job stuff and IT projects that would probably bore most of the viewers to absolute tears that I don't bother going into it too much. And there really hasn't been much else going on in the life that that is fit for public viewers.
Well, for this show, all viewers are public.
True. Very true. So I'm just me. I've been here working, and I actually, the only video games I've actually managed to play over the course of the past week, I did check out the aisle a little bit with my friend Rachel, and I thought I would hate it, but it's starting to grow on me, sort of like a bit of a fungus.
Just like Rachel.
Wow, get
That's
wrecked, Rachel.
right. What really saddens me is how long it took me to form that joke. I mean, if that had been Pondo based, I would have snapped that shit instantly. You know what they say? Take every single shot that you can.
Well, it's fair that you were delayed there. I mean, there's a little bit of shock from anyone that hears that I might actually have a friend. You know,
That is quite humorous.
Listen, Sid, I will never recover from you walking on stream behind Cotton and Pondo. I was like, what? That was some live viewership shit.
that was a very enjoyable experience for me.
Well, I'm glad that that's where you're at.
Problem is, I couldn't hear you. Couldn't hear your reaction.
Don't worry, I was just like, is that Sid? What the fuck? Thought he was on vacation somewhere.
I was hanging out with some other friends and playing board games and checking out the town.
I see. If we have nothing else,
I have nothing else.
then might I say, Pondothemad, your name has been mentioned several times tonight. But now, can you come to the center ring, step up and dance?
Yeah, I got nothing for this week.
All right. Pretty thorough.
Yeah, I had to drive clear up to the state capitol, which is 3.5 hours away. You go to a meeting that was supposed to be 3 hours, but only ended up being 2 hours. To drive all the way back another 3.5 hours, and the meeting was a waste of time.
I'm going to tell you something, Pondo, you might not be old enough to realize yet. Everyone else in the room is going to nod with me. Most meetings in your life will absolutely be a waste of time.
Well,
You're going to have an efficiency meeting to see how efficient the last meeting was.
As someone who literally is forced to spend 15 plus hours a week in nothing but meetings, yeah.
well, last year, at least the meeting that was similar to this one was supposed to be essentially customer service training plus some product info for the new year. So I was like, hey, this is what we're coming out with. This is what you'll have available, yada, yada, yada. And I'm like, cool, that's interesting. It wasn't that way this year. It was mainly for a whole bunch of new hires for the Capitol because they opened up a couple of stores there. And most of the people there are only a couple months into their employment.
Oh, just wait until you reach the point where you have a meeting to set the meeting agenda. Then you have the meeting, and then you have the meeting to discuss the talking points of the meeting, and then you have the follow-up discussion meeting.
Sid, have you done government contracting before?
No, this is actually corporate level crap that I have to deal with. This is, working with an internal IT team of like a dozen guys, and they all have to sit there and listen to me for however long I choose to keep talking. Or sometimes I have fun with that.
So you just do it just to be a dick.
Yeah.
Okay.
If I have to be here and suffer, then everyone suffers.
Well, that's a choice. That's really a choice.
That's okay. They always get me back anyways. So.
I'm about to get you back, SidAlpha. Pondo, you got anything else going on?
Necklace right now.
Not really at the moment. Just kind of doing play testing for Cotton's revamped again play by post. This time it's going to be based off of the old My Hero Academia type thing that we did before. Going to figure out if I can do a better system or not.
Allow me to understand. I think I mentioned last week that these glasses are now too dirty to clean anymore, but I never actually replaced them. Rosewoods are right behind the green screen.
They just make whatever cloth you're using to clean them dirty instead of the cloth making them clean.
Hey man, you know what they say? When you step out of the shower or bathroom, you're the cleanest object in your house. Everything you touch after that gets dirtier. Skip that towel. Pondo, just to refocus back away from literal bathroom humor. Are you saying that if I go to Cotton's Discord server, I could get involved with a My Hero Academy play-by-post run by you and Cotton?
At some point.
Wow, how would I get onto Cotton's Discord server? How would I accomplish this?
By either messaging me or her on Twitter or on Discord on your Discord.
Don't. The Twitter thing works better. Don't just be like, go to Arthur's Discord and then come to our
I'm
Discord.
giving other people's options.
That's too many steps.
There's it's just like 2 steps either way.
2 steps is one too many.
I agree.
Well, you can't hardly solve anything nowadays in 1 step. That's why they have you do 2-step login nowadays.
I had to change all my passwords this week. That sucked. I did it during Pokemon too. I was like, all right, let's do Pokemon intros. Password change. It was a terrible idea.
You just add an
Gave you the
exclamation mark to
option to
everything.
change them before we started.
Don't add it. No, you change it to 12-digit, basically like 3-4 letter words, and then a number or a special character if it's necessary.
I use 14 digits. I don't know what you're talking about.
I mean, not all passwords require 14 digits, but almost everything requires at least 8, upwards of 12. Trying to break 12-digit encryption is going to be incredibly difficult.
I use 10.
I mean, you can just make your passwords like horse saddle, and that's going to be more secure than ZXYJ exclamation underscore ampersand Z.
Why is that more secure than that?
The long... Dude, what are you doing? Who's touching those things? Oh, Pondo.
What have you done?
Pondo! For those that can't see it, which is everybody, Pondo picked up
Show
everything on the
canceled.
Battletech table. He picked up everything and moved it.
Yeah, the star kernel like just randomly fell into the hex where the Warhawk was, and I tried to fix it.
Star kernel.
It just got all
You
all
son
worse.
of a bitch.
More numerals and or characters you use, the more difficult the password is to break exponentially for each extra.
Oh, I mean, well, that
Digit.
makes sense.
Yes. People break shorter passwords easily or longer passwords that are entirely made up of, like regular words. Like password 1 or admin 1 is going to be super easy to break because any cracker is going to try those first.
If I use a passphrase.
Yeah. Like horse saddle. Just
Why they got to be crackers out there?
wait, I can recover this with a joke. I got
Go
it.
ahead. I can't wait.
I'm sorry, Rad. That was really ageist of me. I should have used the more modern term, slicers. I'm a product of my time. In my generation, we called them crackers.
Apology denied.
Hey, give me credit for that joke.
Okay, that I will.
That one was not easy to come up with.
That's pretty good. It's good save.
Cottontailed.
Yep.
Wow, are you in character as Black Rabbit right now? That was the most laconic greeting you've ever given.
Hi, I'm Cotton. I doodle and stuff. You can find me on Twitter or AP's Discord.
You can also find her on her own Discord, but only if you go to AP's Discord first.
Which you can only find by going through their Twitter.
You could also go to Pondo's Discord and find me on there if you want to just go. You could go to AP's Discord to get to Pondo's Discord to get to my Discord.
I didn't know Pondo had a Discord.
I didn't either.
I've never been invited. Listen, me and Rat, I've never been invited. All right, that's fine. I don't.
I invited you both.
Hey, I have a Discord too.
It's not here on my list. Never
None of
been
y'all
invited.
I'm
invited.
sorry. I believe you said you didn't want to join.
Wait a second. Was this a play-by-post Discord and you were like, hey, you want to join my Discord? And I was like,
Yes.
no. Okay, well then that explains it. Is it still active?
No.
Okay. Is it like your stream Discord now where you communicate with the audience and your
Not at
friends
the
and
moment.
Okay, all right. So what you're saying is you don't really have, you have a defunct Discord.
Essentially, yes.
Okay. All right, thanks for those resubs, guys. Cotton, when we're not hazing Pondo, I guess, or when Pondo isn't saying incredibly mean stuff about me during Pokemon intros, what else are you doing?
Doodling.
Like how you didn't contest anything that I said. That was the best part.
Well, I also play with my cat sometimes. She likes to bother me only while I'm drawing. She wants nothing to do with me unless I'm drawing or streaming on someone's stream.
That's reasonable.
That's when she comes. Or if I'm trying to sleep. Those 3 times and that's it. I won't even see her in my house unless I'm doing one of those 3 things. That's it. That's my life.
All right. Do we have any open topics we need to cover? I have to tell you, I didn't watch Frozen 2, by the way. I know that there was a strong push for me to go watch Frozen 2, and I sat in the movie theater parking lot, and I was like, I actually don't give enough of a shit to watch this movie. I'm going home.
Not as good as everybody makes it out to be.
Really?
Except for
Because I've heard
love
the
ballad.
opposite. I've heard that it isn't good, and everyone I've talked to is like, it's great!
It's not a bad movie, but people have hyped it so much up from what I talked to, people going, it's great, it's great, it's great, that I had much higher expectations for the movie than I should have had. If I was told it's bad, it's bad, it's bad, I would watch it. I was like, actually, it's pretty good. I'd say it's an all right movie.
Best part, hands down, is definitely the 80s love
It's the
ballad.
love ballad.
Okay. You said that last time, too.
The love ballad was not hyped enough. And I don't know if I'm doing the hyping justice for the 80s love ballad, because it's everything you'd ever want in an 80s love ballad. A Disney 80s love ballad. That's it.
I don't know. I mean, when I go to 80s love ballads, I go to Domo Arigato Mr. Roboto. You can't really get more hype than that. I got no reaction on
But
that
that's
one
not a
either.
Disney 80s love ballad.
That's
I love
true.
Domo.
It's not Disney. It's just an
Also-
80s ballad.
Not a love ballad either.
Also not a ballad. Yeah.
I feel like I could solidly contest that it is actually a love ballad.
I mean, you might, but I don't really want to hear you do that, though. To be
Wow.
honest.
All right. Okay.
Let me Google definition of a love ballad.
I mean, there are solid lyrics within Dr. Roboto or Mr. Roboto that indicate his general warmth towards mankind, and that he is in fact just as human as the rest of us. I feel you can make a solid case for that, but you don't want to play-by-play specific. Therefore,
Only because I don't feel like I could participate very well, because I don't, in fact, know the song adequately. I feel like to be
You
able
don't know
to.
Domo Arigato?
I mean,
Fine.
I know the chorus like every.
he's
other-
not a robot without
Red-blooded
emotions.
American.
He's not what he seems. But if you're not prepared to have this discussion, that's fine. We'll move along. Move along. I just saw that scene earlier. Sid, I was actually thinking of you just before the stream. I was watching obviously I was watching Star Wars because I just referenced Star Wars. And Tarkin comes on and he's bantering with Leia and he's like, the name of system, a military system. And I'm like, this is some bad guy talk right here. I need to learn how to talk like Tarkin. I need to SidAlpha this motherfucker. That's my... All right, so look, here's the announcements for this episode. We're started late, so if you're on YouTube, this is going to be a shorter than normal episode, but you're used to that by now. You know, we're doing that thing, you know, like daylight savings time. We're slowly shaving off time of the episode, and, you know, by season 6, the episodes will only be about 2 hours long, but you won't notice because it's industrial shrinkage. Number 2, it sounds like Oath of Endesteel, the new Battletech show that I'm working on, will actually happen. The cast did a practice run. They enjoyed it. They want to do more practice. I told them more practice won't help you. One more trial session will not make you any more prepared. But on the 26th, we should be doing character creation and set season goals and all that stuff, and that'll go straight to Patreon. And after a unspecified amount of time, it will drop to the open YouTube. Now, just as a reminder, you can join Patreon at any time, at any level, and get all of that previous content down in there. So if you need to save up, wait for your one moment, I'll let you know in a couple months when Oath the End of Steel is going to drop, and you'll be like, bam! Get in right there. Get on that ground.
Mechwarrior Destiny, I'm guessing. Is the system you're using, or are you using a Time of War?
No comment.
Oh, how mysterious.
Listen,
I guess
Rad
you'll
and
find out
Pondo.
on Patreon.
Listen, it's been quiet, but Rad and Pondo have slowly been circling around me. Rad's been like, "Are you on the cast, Pondo?" And Pondo's like, "No, I'm not on the cast. Who's on the cast?" And Rad is like, "I don't know who's on the cast. Do you know who's on the cast, Pondo?" They want to know about Oath the End of Steel, and I ain't saying shit. It's
Let's be
WAFO.
real.
Watch and find out.
If I really wanted to know, I could find out.
I think we know at least one person among
How?
so.
Rad is like, I'll fly out to your house and I will torture you in person using
say that.
only a tennis ball.
Or you could just DM the person that we know who it is and probably try to find out that way.
Just constantly harass them until they
The
break.
person probably doesn't have that elusive lip, so.
I can make it worth their while.
Fuck, you guys have made this
Dangle
real,
some art in front of their face.
real fucking creepy. Dangle some art in front of their
Enough, you
face?
can't
Do you
refuse.
believe that they are some harlot to be seduced by your artwork?
Well, it was a euphemism,
Yes.
so yes.
Meanwhile, previously on this fucking show, there was a fight. That fight had a lot of fighting in it. When observing that fight, Grimdark James had only this to say. You didn't follow nearly any of the rules, but I didn't come here for rule exactness, because if I did, I would leave. I come here for the story.
Fair.
This is true. He did confirm this Saturday night.
Fair.
It was painful to hear. It was absolutely painful. Dunamis
There were
also
so
noticed
many
that
rules not followed.
Dunamis noticed that we
apparently-
weren't doing enough pilot skill rolls for all of the pilot skill rolling. So
Yeah, apparently if you fall down in the bog, it's very, very difficult to stand back up.
James said it takes 3 piloting skill rolls to stand back up.
I'm just thinking of all those mechs that got knocked over in the bog.
Yeah, well, that rule will go into effect after the next battle, not this one.
I bet that I didn't break any of those rules.
No,
I
I'm the
can
one who broke
guarantee
the
that you
rules,
did
Cotton.
not.
It's me. I'm the...
I'm
There's not a-
because I haven't moved.
I was gonna say there's not a medal for standing still for an entire battle, but I really feel like we should make one up so that Cotton could get it.
No. But that
The
does remind
Pristine
me.
Statue Award.
Where is
Yeah,
that? Oh, that Pondo has that spreadsheet.
We
Yeah,
should
I'm gonna
call
need
it
to-
like we should
make
give
it-
her after so many rounds, give her like a +1 to being hit because she's like Drax from Guardians of the Galaxy that she stands so incredibly still, she gradually becomes invisible.
Everybody just forgets that she's there.
Yeah. She moves so imperceptibly.
Can't see me.
Slow.
I'm
Yeah.
invisible.
We're talking about the metal spreadsheet.
Yeah, no, I just went and made a copy of it. I'm gonna need it for Oath of End of Steel. I don't know.
That's Hondo's intellectual property. You're
Okay,
gonna need
well
to
that
consult
just
him on that.
confirmed something.
Hondo's putting the pieces together.
You guys ready to play this game, or
Hell yeah.
Yeah, we've been
You know
ready.
what? I just watched the music video from Domo Egato, and I now agree that it's a love ballad. 'Cause
Thank
the
you.
video,
Wow. Yeah.
he's singing to the robot. The robot does the whole over the other guy's mouth thing. I'm just saying, I could see it.
Yes.
All right, I'm gonna have to
Some-
watch that then.
Some pretty
It's
spicy
like 7
robot
minutes
action.
long, so
Well, I'm not gonna do it right now,
It's
but I will.
5 minutes and 34 seconds.
yeah. You know what else you could do with that time? You could watch Come Sail Away. Or you could watch 2 whole iterations of AWOL Nation Sail. Instead, let's play some Battletech.
I was gonna say you could watch a quarter of a Meatloaf video.
Well, I mean, that depends on how you're cooking that meatloaf. Oh, you said a Meatloaf video. I said the singer Meatloaf.
video.
Listen,
Yes.
there might be some people who haven't even heard of Meatloaf
Look,
that watch
then
the
you're
show.
doing yourself a disservice.
We've got a Matsukari, a border hawk that has been shut down. A pilot, the Star Colonel, on the ground. We've got a Timberwolf that is functionally dead, followed by this pilot whose name is bloop 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 Murder 6. Sid is out of cockpit, just where he wants to be, and sinking deep into the water. Don't worry, at the start of the round, he's going to need to make some checks to stay above water. Cotton, who hasn't moved and is functionally undamaged. We'll see more about that later when we go over the ships, when we go over the sheets. This King Crab, which got a little spicy last time. Rad challenged me to match his damage last week. Didn't happen, but I still put some holes in that machine. And thanks to community member Lord Prettybeard, we now have a functional avatar. Maybe it needs a little texture. Maybe it needs a little spit shine there. I don't know how to do that. I'll leave it up to Pondo. Pondo can figure that shit out. We do have a walking mech instead of just a little cardboard cutout now. So, friends,
I don't know if you can do that.
let's talk about remaining mechs. We got this here Matsukari. It's in pretty good shape. It's got a little gyro damage. Nothing you wouldn't expect, taking it out a lot for the first time. Unfortunately, it's also shut down, which is a very big problem.
It also has some gyro issues.
I said that.
Oh, I didn't hear the gyro part.
It was like half of... Okay.
Okay.
Nova Cat Prime, completely untouched, and not really that hot either. But what is hot about it is that weapon loadout right there. I mean, that's some huge bazongas. 2 ER PPCs, 3 clan ER large lasers. Functionally, these 2 machines that are left could take out a whole lot of armor in one round. We have an avatar here. This avatar is missing a functional huge amount of armor right in that center torso area. You know, right where you don't want to have missing armor spots. Pondo's also been shot in the head. This Timberwolf, basically dead.
It is dead.
Basically dead.
Wait,
Explain to
didn't
me
it
the
die?
difference between basically dead and actually dead. They're the same.
I mean, it's dead unless we decide to bring it back after this fight.
I think Cotton must have gotten shot in an arm for 10 points of damage at one point. Otherwise, she's
Yeah,
completely
you shot at
untouched.
me like
did, yeah.
twice, but missed
Good,
most of
good.
them.
I want to make sure that you are forced to make a choice between whether or not to invest experience points into repairing that little 10-point buff off damage. King Crab, pretty close to missing an arm, missing some rear torso armor.
yeah.
Gonna be hard to follow up on that rear torso thing.
The right side is taking a little bit of a beating.
Other than that, it's just a huge pain in the ass.
But I feel pretty good about literally going toe to toe with the Daichi and coming out on top.
Wow. All right. We know what.
Anytime you
Rad's
can face down an Ultra 20, I feel like doing pretty good.
into. Raddosaurus, not a power bottom.
No, never a bottom.
All right, let's
We invested heavily in that joke.
let's
I don't know if the saleability level will follow up. All right.
There's no turning back
Nah.
now.
Yeah, I know. Let me talk about SidAlpha and not drowning.
Not drowning would be good.
I
would enjoy very much not drowning.
It's questionable whether or not it's good. I need a list of those skills to figure out where athletic swimming is.
I do not believe there is such a skill.
There will be a skill like that.
Probably
Let's
just like
see.
athletics, right?
Athletics is under reflex.
Sure. Yeah, let's do that. Make a
Okay, so all I have is my reflex score,
Wow, this is gonna suck really bad for you.
which is 3.
Wow. Good luck.
So it's 2d6 or 1?
That's 2d6.
8.
I want to describe momentarily. There's only one person who can physically see physically see Murder 6 as he dips below the water. Black Rabbit, as you're watching, he's caught in his own cockpit parachute. He's He's wearing his Mechwarrior gear. He's got like a little laser pistol in his hand, floundering. I'm not saying his head is below water entirely, but there's some gulping action going on. Some like, there's desperation.
This is
Maybe
like a never-ending story, Swamposaurus type of situation happening here.
I have no idea because I've never seen Neverending Story
I
in its entirety.
God.
I've seen scenes from Neverending Story. I'm aware of the functional premise that the story is never ending.
Okay, I guess that's. I have to accept that as the truth for now.
Thank you. For everyone else, you get to make some moves. Murder 6, you are unable to move this turn, and if you fail 2 more times, you will slip below the waves and drown to death.
Yay!
Did he fail the first time?
Yes.
Yeah.
Well, what do you have to get?
Not a 7.
8.
Or
So you got an 8.
Got an 8.
It's not an 8.
Okay.
I'll move.
Okay.
I'll actually move too.
Don't we need to roll for who gets to go?
We do. We do.
Yeah, I thought we already did that. My bad.
No, we haven't done that yet. I'm still looking for the skill list, though, so my entire attention is focused on it. Okay. There we go. Let's do this thing. Who's leading the unit in the absence of Murder 6?
I would assume it's me.
Cool.
Oh, Arthur's just really anxious to not have that reroll.
13.
13. Are you using your commanders who's dead?
Oh, you're right.
Who's like super
11.
dead?
The fact that you were trying to use your dead commander's initiative.
He's
Gets
not.
me at
First off,
Well, taking away our.
first
dead
off, he's
commander's
not
initiative-
dead. He's still alive. But like
Gives
No,
me
he's
yet
dead.
another clue as to who's on your
He
other
couldn't
show.
jump out because he was shut down.
no, he can physically climb out of that mech. He didn't eject. He just climbed out of the mech.
The mech blew up.
The mech didn't blow up. The mech hit 0 health, and the core blew up. That doesn't mean that the mech went into thermonuclear disengage. He's alive. Don't worry about it.
The inconsistency of how these things are described is baffling to me.
Well, let me tell you something. In the Battletech novels, sometimes you can easily see mechs 20 miles away, and sometimes you need to get up to less than a kilometer away. Sometimes they have night vision, and sometimes they don't. Sometimes missiles go really far, and sometimes they don't. I'm sorry, Pondo.
Is this him?
This guy
The Star
is
Colonel
yes.
right here?
He's on the
I'm
ground.
just saying, every other
Will you
time
roll
if a
some
mech-
dice, Pondo?
Sure.
If there's something that I pride myself on, it's making inconsistencies to cheat so that only my characters will win. That's why I've won every battle of this campaign.
I have to look up what page is Fame on real quick. Does anybody know off the top of their
Really,
head?
like past 180 something.
That's what
that is actually a 12.
It's right
Doesn't matter.
before medals, or it's
You guys
right
have one.
after medals. Fame.
I will need you to move 2 mechs, and then I will move 1, 1, 1, 1.
Kill ejected pilot is
No,
a
you move
minus
first, and
4.
then we move.
Yes,
Is
it
it
is.
worth it?
Beans, I'm incapable of moving because I'm stuck in the water. I will move by not moving.
AP, you need to move
You're-
first.
Yes, you're not moving, and I'm also not moving because we spent our
Oh,
turns
okay.
ejecting. You're right, I do need to move first. I need to move 1, and then you move 2. I move my shutdown Warhawk. Get fucked.
Okay.
I'll move.
Kid fucked yourself.
So it's 2 for each of these, right?
Yes, it is.
Oh my god, Cotton actually moved. Oh, okay. Whew.
Yeah, I did. I moved.
I thought that was a joke.
I was saying I was actually gonna move. Well, yeah. I can see him drowning. I'm not just gonna be like,
Okay.
hey, good luck.
No, that's it's very.
No, if I
kind.
couldn't see him drowning, or if I thought one of you would get there, I'd be like, you got it.
Brad, since I know what you want to do,
Do
and
you?
you have
'Cause
to
I
kind of
don't.
be. Well, I mean, my guess is that you want to punch something.
I mean, I do, but I also don't really have a right side. So I was thinking about. I mean, I kind of wanted to see if these guys were gonna like peace out or not.
I don't think they are.
Well,
I
I
don't think
mean,
they can.
Of course.
but I want them to.
Well, what I'm going to do is I'm going to knock over this Warhawk.
Okay.
I'll go ahead and go, and
Um,
you can see what you want to do.
Okay, sure. Since you know
I'm
what you wanna
declaring
do. Let's do
DFA
that.
onto the Warhawk.
Okay.
Oh my god.
Oh wow! All right.
Are you sure you want to DFA into the water hex?
It'll be
Yeah,
into him, and there's nothing wrong with that water hex.
If you fail, you're bounced into the water hex.
Oh, if I fail, I land in this hex, which means I'd be taking 3 levels of fall damage instead of 2.
Yes, that's why
Well,
we're
place
having
your
this
mech-
conversation, Pondo.
place
If
your
you
mech
fail,
into the swamp hex instead of the water hex.
Because the swamp hex, I won't be able to get up at all.
well, you have to jump back out. But yes,
Yeah, but remember that Arthur already stated that he wouldn't be implementing the
3
correct
PSR
rules for the
rules.
fall
We're
in there
you're
until
still.
a
It's
later
called rule
combat, not
consistency,
this one.
Pondo. You may not have heard of it because I never
okay.
use it, but.
I don't think I'd be able to get up anyway because I took a pilot injury.
All right,
but-
look, if you
But
double
why-
once and fall into
why
this
use
one
that as an
hex and
excuse to
snap
take
your
more
leg
damage?
off, I want you to be aware, not only will I never stop laughing, I'll never stop smiling either.
I am fully aware
You've
of what I
committed.
decided
You're
to do.
committed. There's
Yes.
nothing else to say.
Yay!
It's,
I like DFAs.
I've already went through what the
all
possibility
psychos.
of what kind of would have done.
All right, I can only move 5, which is not going to get me where I want to go.
5. Good lord.
1, 2, 3, 4, 5, and pick up the Star Colonel. He is now part of the Nova Cats crew.
Don't you think they'll run away now? No.
I mean, you've
This
got a
one
perfect back
died
shot on
before
that
it-
Nova Cat.
Yeah.
the
I
engine
did,
died, blew up.
Um.
You can even punch him real good, or kick him.
The end of Oath of Endosteel, end of season 1 of Oath of Endosteel is going to be fighting that king crab. The whole party fighting that one king crab in assault mechs and being like, it moves so fast. It's punching for 40 damage. How can we stop this monster?
Do I want to do that? I guess that's probably what I should do. I've
I
got
mean,
my
it would
heat
make
up.
sense.
Got my heat up. I can juice my supercharger this turn, and I can get 1, 2, 3, 4. 1, 2, 3, 4, and I can turn. I can. Can I torso twist and still punch?
Yes.
So I can turn to put him in my left arc. Is he in my left arc now?
I don't
No,
know
it'd
about
still
that
be your
torso
forward.
twisting
It
punch
would-
thing.
I would have to turn this much.
Yeah.
Should be able to. I don't see why you couldn't.
Do we have some rules lawyer in the audience that can rule on torso twist punch?
Because I know to kick it has to be like
I have the
in front of you.
rule book open.
But if I do this, then the Warhawk could technically turn and shoot me in the back. No, he's not on my back arc, actually. He would also be in my left
It
arc.
alters the arc for weapon and physical attacks. Okay, I'll buy that.
Okay, so I could go here, and I could still turn and punch him with all my punchies. And both of them will be in my left arc. That's what I want to do.
Well, the Warhawk can't do anything at the moment.
Oh, he shut down. That's right. Okay. Well, either way, this is good. This is what I want.
He's about to take a swim.
So that's a run.
That's okay. I have a feeling I'm about to get vaporized. So
I moved 2. That's probably not enough to get anything, right? Or is that
That's correct.
1?
You need to move 3.
that's correct.
Okay. Okie day.
How do you have a 5 movement, Pondo?
Avatar's kind of
I don't
fast,
have it
isn't
too. I forgot to switch the value.
Okay.
He ran a lap around that Warhawk before stopping.
I did a quick 360 spin in the jump.
No.
Where I did a drop kick onto the Warhawk.
He actually ran backwards and springboarded off these trees to fly through the air.
I jumped onto the king crab to use him as a platform to jump
some,
off of them.
some anime shit.
So he's
3.
springboarding off the trees. Is his mech currently doing
4, 5,
this before?
6
Yeah.
for range, 7, 8. All right, so it's 8 to hit you, and if I hit you, I can force you to make a piloting skill roll to fall out of the sky.
You want to focus on me?
Yeah.
Okay.
You're about listen, if this works off in the way that I want it to, you're about to people's elbow yourself into that swamp.
That would be hilarious to watch.
Listen, I told you it would be so funny, and I warned him. I warned him about those stairs. He didn't listen.
Would that be a risky maneuver that failed?
If
That
it
would be a
fails,
Hell yeah.
that failed.
hell yeah, it'll fail.
I fully know what I was doing when I was coming up with this plan.
I agree that you do know that. I think it will be difficult because of your piloting skill, but boy, if it works out in my
He's
favor,
shut down, so he's immobile.
I'm about to shoot you. And if
Okay.
I shoot you, you have to make a skill roll to stay flying.
Okay.
And if you fail at that, you fall out of the sky. I don't know
Okay.
about the immobile part. We'll
but
get to that
if he
later.
fails at it, he might get a plot point because technically.
No, if he fails at it, he'll definitely get a plot point. He'll
Yeah.
also earn my undying smugitude.
I see it as a win-win.
Yeah, me too.
If it distracts from Sid getting vaporized, I'm okay with it.
It's true. There's that too.
I will fire
I would enjoy not dying. That would be fun.
2 ERPPCs and 1 large laser.
Okay.
At 8s. No. No. Garbage ass dice. No. Alright, you guys all get to take your turns.
I can't shoot, so
Sid is what we would call floundering. Some would call it dying.
I am at a position where I can't shoot at the moment because I'm DFA.
Oh, this Nova Cat has embarrassingly low armor on his back. This is
Yes.
going to be unfortunate for him.
The heavy trace at a +2, right?
Correct.
Then I believe I am at 8s to shoot the Nova Cat because it's within short range.
Including rain?
pursuit. Yeah,
Okay.
I think because I had 5 to begin with.
We want to walk
5,
through it?
6,
7.
7.
No,
No, 8 with the rain. You were right.
am I right? Yeah, because it would
You're
make
right.
it a 6. The rain made it a 6. I was trying to figure out where I got 6 from, and then the trees made it 8.
Right.
I'm gonna shoot everything but my lasers.
I see.
So the Gauss rifle first, which hits location 6.
It's a right torso.
It's Gauss rifle, so 15.
Mhm.
All right.
ERPPC number 1,
Mm-hmm.
which misses. What
That's
was 10 gonna be?
Left arm.
And PPC number 2, which hits location 8.
Left torso.
Alright, that's all.
Very well. You guys can take your turns anytime.
Yeah.
Okay.
It's you guys. I
That's
mean,
like us.
I'm trying not to drown, and you two are the only ones that can fire. So,
I guess it's punch
Brad,
time.
you have to go.
It's time for the crab claws to get to work.
Now,
Are
I
you not
want to
shooting
briefly
at it?
describe as Sid is trying to stay above the surface. You can hear, "So take these broken wings."
Are you not shooting at it, Rad?
Yeah, I'm shooting first.
Okay.
So
We
I
go
will be
full
shooting.
slow 80s right there as he desperately dog paddles to the surface.
I'll be shooting both medium X-pulse lasers, a small laser, and a medium laser. And that
Well,
will bring.
I
That will
can-
keep me at 9 heat when it's all said and done.
I can get through having 6 different types of lasers. It's the X pulse that are killing me now.
Why? It's straight out of the
Look, it could be straight out of Compton, and I wouldn't give a shit.
straight out of the arena, man.
That's
They're
the
Solaris weapons.
that's the sub OG. That's the never
They're the-
OG right there.
They're the most Solaris 7 weapons you can get.
The most Solaris 7 weapon you could get is a fucking hatchet
No.
or one of those drills or a logging axe.
Oh, the drills. Yeah.
The X-pulses were specifically developed in the arena, man.
Ah.
were.
All right, you just
Yeah, so I think I started at 2 and I moved. I ran, so is that 2 more? I've so rarely run.
yes.
So it's a 4. Plus it's raining, it's 5.
Yes.
And that's it.
That's it.
That reminds me, my heat goes down.
So X pulses will actually go at 3s. So medium X pulse numero 10 will hit in this is rear arc in the center torso through critical, but no crit.
No crit.
Okay. What's
The
the
center
damage?
torso. What do? They do 6. I don't even know. Still a little new to me. Yeah, they do 6. So 6 damage to the rear, center, torso.
Yep, got it.
Next one also hits. It hits in the right torso for 6 in the rear.
Yep.
And then this one is at 5. This is a medium laser, so I need 5 to hit here, and to get that, and that'll hit in the left leg
How much?
5.
for 5 damage.
Got it.
And then the smaller laser will also hit in the right torso
How much?
for small laser damage, which is like what,
3.
2, 3.
That's internal.
That does
crits
crit.
once.
How many?
Once.
1.
Like I've got Pondo on stereo.
Pew, 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 pew,
Or
pew, pew,
what?
pew.
It's a double heatsink kit.
I'll take it
I
For that-
can-
for that toasty boy.
Yep, small laser crit. It's the audience pleaser right there.
They are the most effective weapons at close range, so I've been told.
Machine gun. Is this a bunch of ER small lasers at short range, huh? You gonna throw it in that crowd now?
Yeah, I'm a people pleaser. You
I
gotta
can't
always-
wait until you get to learn
little
about
something for
micro
everyone in this
pulse
show.
laser.
Now he's going to make a 696 king crab with nothing but small lasers.
Yeah.
As we call it, the king grasshopper. It's got a flamethrower in each fist for melee master fire fist.
Yeah.
Pondo, do you? Oh, that's right. You can't shoot because you're jumping. So I guess we're in the physical attack phase.
What are like
That's
the
where-
most devastating explosives you can get?
Probably MLMs, the medium missile launcher, or the ATN-9.
I mean, just like a bomb, like what, a single exploding like warhead.
Probably some warship weapon.
Oh, okay. What if you designed a mech that just held bombs in its hands, and it punched, and the
it just
bomb would
slammed
blow
them
up,
into the mech.
and that mech would lose that arm, but that was enough to like KO another mech. That's the mech I would design, guys.
Brad's like, listen, guys, I just found this Nintendo 64 game called Bomberman, and I'm totally into it.
So he could only ever kill 2 mechs, because then both of his arms would be blown off, and he'd have to come home.
And he wouldn't have any other well, no,
So-
yeah,
No other weapons.
Still have a
What he's
small
got-
laser in the head.
Yeah.
He's got like a bowling ball reloading thing where
Yeah.
he rolls a bomb down, up, and then it jumps out on a rail.
It's just like an urban mech with it's like all armor, and then has 2 like piston arms, and each one holds a bomb, and it just runs up to stuff, and it just punches, and that arm explodes off. And that
I would call
whatever it
that. I would name such a mech the Holdo.
does like 80 damage. The holdo maneuver. And then he just run back, and there was a specialized bay that just attached 2 new arms, and out he would go again.
That's a physical attack phase, so either of you, when you want to
Oh.
go. Yeah.
All right.
I mean, I don't know.
Do you want to go, Pondo?
I'll go.
I want to know what Cotton and Pondo were talking about while the rest of us were giggling.
Who's on your other
Oh,
side?
how we're going to save Sid.
You're not going to save Sid. I'm totally going to fucking waste him next turn.
You're going to lose so much
No.
fame.
All right.
How embarrassing. So infamous.
Oh, it's really good.
Okay.
It's funnier than it should be, actually.
So,
Isn't there a plot point thing for making the whole cast laugh?
Yes, there is.
And Cotton is my best friend in the whole world.
Go ahead and
I
take
have
one.
3 plot points now, guys. Can I call in airstrike with 3 plot
No,
points?
no, your plot points reset at the beginning of every episode.
What? Not every fight?
No,
No,
every
it's every
episode.
session.
Oh, well, then I
Yeah.
only
I
have
had a
2.
question.
Well, then
Yeah.
I have
I didn't
more
know
plot
that.
points. Fucking
Yeah.
A.
Yes, your
I
plot
don't-
points all reset.
Okay.
Yes,
I don't know if my lucky thing resets it every.
it does.
Sweet.
Nice. What a good pick for a feat.
Oh, okay. So my piloting's base 3, -1, +1 for the injury, so it's 4. He's immobile, so it's -4, so it's back to 0. I jumped for 3. That's it.
So 3.
Where are the plot point things? It's 170 something, isn't it?
So
Yes.
essentially, no double ones.
Right.
That's not
Pretty
double
good.
ones. Okay, so I land, which means I get to hit on the punch table for the DFA. He'll also get knocked into 2 depth water, which is another problem on its own. First, I think it's spread into 5-point increments. That's double check again. That's what I was looking for. Then I got distracted. Okay.
We're talking
Damage to
about
target.
death from above.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Damage to target inflicted by death from above. Attack divided by the weight of the attacking mech by 10. So it'd be 7 points of damage multiplied by the result by 3. So it's 21 points.
Yes.
Yes. By damage to 5-point increments.
Your math is accurate so far.
So be 5-point increments on the punch table since he's still technically standing. He didn't get shot down.
No, but as soon as he takes 20 points of damage, he's going to fall down. So on the last one, he will.
Yes. First 5 goes into his. I think I'm his left side.
You are his left side.
So left torso takes 5.
All right, one moment. I'm still.
Head takes 5. After that.
Nice.
Left torso 5. Head takes 5.
Yep.
Very well.
That's 10.
Takes 1 pilot hit.
Left torso takes another 5.
Okay.
Center torso.
Center torso takes 5.
Okay.
Left torso takes the last 5.
Okay. I need to do fall damage because it falls down at this point.
He'll be shot, fall down into the level 2 hex.
Well,
Because he gets pushed over.
he's going to fall first and then he gets pushed over.
Oh, so he's going to take
first.
two separate falls worth of damage. I'm okay
Yes.
with this.
Location after attack. Damage to attack. The end of death from above attack. The attacker lands in the target's hex.
Yes,
If the DFA is
he's falling over before that happens.
okay.
I assure you that happens. Although I'm certain that someone is going to show me on the rules the flow chart of how you adjudicate this. I think I know what page falling down is. I'm going to take a shot in the dark and say 68. That actually is the correct page.
See, to me, these are the sorts of things that
To,
Destiny should be trying to address
to the left.
in its mech combat system.
2. Facing this direction. It weighs 95 tons, so it's gonna, or it weighs 85 tons, so it's gonna take 9 points of damage for dropping 1 level. And it's gonna take that all on its left side for right arm. Okay. Give me the last point of damage.
If he's falling prone, then it goes.
Sorry, I'm actually supposed to split that damage up. That's 5, and then 4 points to left arm.
So I guess since he's now prone, the last point of damage will be determined by the regular table. Location 4, front side will be the right arm takes 1.
Okay.
And then my damage, I take my weight divided by 5 and damage in my legs. So it'll be 14. Yes, 70 divided by 5 is 14. No, yes. Yes. Yes.
Yes. Yes.
Yes.
All right. I'm
Basically,
removing.
you remove the 0 and then you multiply it by 2. So
I'm
yes.
removing shutdown because he's going to drop to 0 heat and cannot fail, but he's now prone.
Wait, he does shut down? Does shut down?
No, he unshuts down. At the end of the round, he's going to have 0 heat, and he needs to roll higher than 0 on 2d6.
Okay, I spend a. Somebody has to roll.
No, y'all technically yes.
Then I spend a plot point to make him automatically fail that roll and stay shut down.
Ah, there it is. Welcome to the new rules, motherfucker. Need to check for pilot damage and consciousness check. Oh, you're right. I do need to do consciousness check. I don't think I have to roll for pilot damage. I think the pilot just gets damaged on the head hit.
Yes, because he shut down.
Yes, because he can't avoid it in any way.
And he also takes it from getting knocked down.
He's just ragdolling.
No,
inside
he
of
gets.
that,
I think he gets a chance
cockpit.
to avoid that. But let's see.
No,
here.
he can't because he shut down.
68.
Almost.
The only way in which automatic damage occurs if the pilot is unconscious at the time of the fall. So it doesn't matter whether he is shut down or not. All that matters is if he's unconscious, and he does not take damage from the fall to the pilot.
Don't you have a second fall, though?
Yes, I'm working on that. Going as quickly as I can with Rad being like, well, why don't you get fucked, Arthur? Actually.
You fail the unfailable roll.
Oh shit! And Beans, our plot points restocked.
Target
That
unit
mech is never waking up.
place must be as close as possible to the original hex side. For example, if the
He
direction.
may not because he's taking.
I just want to remind you that for every plot point you spend, I get a plot point.
It's true.
So don't get hasty, or I'll give you a try.
Hasty, Master
Get your act together.
Well, this guy's falling too.
Yes,
2
but
blocks
he's also
high.
falling in water, which does something.
Oh, does it?
Yeah,
That makes sense.
I
Makes it
just don't
juicy.
know what.
Makes him drown.
You need to make your piloting skill roll at a +4.
Yes.
Do not fall.
So 4 plus 4 is 8.
That is a fail.
I'll spend my plot points and not.
Plot point doesn't let you do that. Only Edge lets you do that.
Oh, then I'll spend my edge, which
Very well. So I'm pretty sure. Let me double check about that plot
I'm
point.
spending something to do it.
I understand.
Avoid a fall or crash. You can spend a plot point. Ignore
Yes.
the result of one failed piloting or driving skill roll. The roll
Yes.
is treated as a success.
Well,
If I can
instead
spend
you
an edge, I'll
chose to
spend an edge
re-roll.
instead.
You can re-roll any one dice roll, either yours or your opponent. Okay, so you could do that. What do you want to spend? Plot point or edge?
I'll spend the edge.
Very well. Okay, if his copy is breached when it goes down, he's not breached, so he's good. So calm down, chat. Calm down. I'm still working my way through location after attack. He can be displaced. He drops from a level 0 to a level 3. He's good in that regard. Where's displacement underwater? Accidental falls. Oh my god. Non-accidental fall. Is it on this giant summary chart? If not, I'm just gonna go with you fall 2 and you take that much damage. Nope. Okay, I'm going to the following chapter. We're gonna resolve it that way. Blah 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 blah.
I'll
Damage
go ahead and resolve what Blaze gets damaged. Surprisingly, you missed most of my legs most of the time, so they're relatively undamaged.
Miss your legs right up into your face. Okay, so let's see which way he ends up facing. 2 is 1 hex right. So he barrel rolls as he goes in the water. He's like, he's just flipping back and forth as he falls down. He's gonna take 9 twice because he fell 2 levels. If he fell underwater, use the falling damage underwater. There, motherfucker, are you kidding me? Page 57. Elevation stacking. This isn't underwater falling rules.
What I've done.
This is 100% your fault. I want you to understand that. Where the hell is underwater movement the chapter? Unit elevation and depth roll. Okay, there we go. Unit
He's
heights.
Done for a turn.
Taken into consideration when dealing with stacking, making piloting skill rolls underwater. Oh my god, Pondo. Have you ever mentioned how much I hate you?
I'm not sorry. It was the right thing to do. It knocks him out for a turn.
Following, note that these rules will apply in depth 1 to 15. Falling damage. If your unit falls, it suffers falling damage divided by 2. There we go. All right, so I'm doubling and then halving, so it's literally just 9 points of damage again, and it goes on the right side. Pondo. First 5 points of damage go to the right arm. No, this is the wrong mech. The remaining 4 points of damage go left leg. Okay, Mechwarrior. Determine fall damage. He's still not unconscious, so he's gonna be good. Make a piloting skill roll. Doopy doopy. That's a fail.
We're gonna spend the whole first half adjudicating this DFA.
I will allow the fail to go through.
This is the nature.
And then we'll roll for consciousness. He is conscious. Thus, we conclude that particular round.
No, we still have Raddosaurus's
Time
punching.
for me to punch this guy 3 times in the back.
You're not done yet.
I feel like I've aged 3 days just from the start. Just in the 1 hour since the stream has started, I feel old and
I
decrepit.
need to take the points of damage to my legs now. Actually.
Great, take your damage to your goddamn legs. Explode! Why don't you?
I don't remember. Is there still the rain penalty for punching?
Yes.
Okay. So I think I'm punching at a 5, 6.
Sorry that took a while, guys.
5 left leg.
I apologize for Pondo spending all week planning to kick this guy into the water, but not looking up the underwater fighting rules.
All right. Punching
I didn't
at
think there were
6s.
separate rules. The last 4 go into my right leg.
I'm deflecting from the fact that I didn't look it up, but I also didn't think he would be dumb enough to invoke this shit.
That wasn't a dumb move. I pretty much just wasted this guy's whole next turn.
If you had fallen in, I would have died.
Would you consider that a risky maneuver that succeeded?
Gosh, I sure would. I mean, Arthur just said it was dumb.
Yeah,
by his
Pondo,
own admission.
Take that plot point.
It hurts. It hurts his soul.
This is what we have to do now to get plot points. Just do stupid shit.
Yeah, it's true. Is it my turn to punch things now?
Yes.
Yeah, please do.
Okay, it's going to take a 6.
I'm not gonna do any stupid maneuvers probably, but I will remind him when you guys do.
All right. First punch lands. I believe I now roll a single dice to determine its location.
Indeed.
It lands directly in the center torso and is a through armor critical.
Did
But
you
it
do
does-
3? Is it-
Torso through armor critical.
Wait,
Say what, Pun?
No. What did you roll?
No, you're looking at the normal mech hit table, not the.
Oh, I am. I'm
punch
not looking
location.
at the punch table.
I'm
So
confused.
it's actually a left
It's
torso.
the left torso. Apologies.
Okay. How much
Fourth.
damage?
20.
20.
Okay. And this is the rear?
Correct.
Yep.
13 remaining.
Punch number 2. Did it crit? It did not crit.
It did not.
crit.
Okay.
Next punch
Rough.
will miss.
Oh God, re-roll it.
I'll spend an edge and re-roll it. And I will choose to re-roll both dice. And
There
that
we
is
go.
better. And that will hit for 20 in the
Right,
right
arm.
arm.
Right arm.
Okay.
Not what I would have wanted, but that's good.
It's unfortunate for you, but there we go.
And now I will roll another time,
Yeah.
which will also hit
Yeah.
Crit.
Yeah.
for 20 points in the
Center torso.
Center torso.
center torso.
18 goes through, which means 4 remain.
Oof.
Any crit?
No.
Negative.
Okay.
That will conclude the damage I have done to that mech this turn.
So, really weird way of saying it, but all right.
You almost one shot him.
I believe he has to make a piloting check to stay standing.
He already did earlier for taking 20 points of damage.
Oh, is it only 20? I thought he had to do
Yeah,
more than
it's
that.
20.
Okay. Well, have 60 more.
It's a different phase.
You might be right about that. Let's see if it says that. Taking 20 points
It
of damage
is.
in one phase, you're correct.
I will spend my other plot point to make him auto-fail his standing up check.
I think that might be a little questionable. Let's take a look.
I think that's to stand up, not to stay standing.
If a unit is forced to make a piloting skill roll, spend a plot point to automatically cause that roll to fail. Yes.
I think Cotton said we can only spend one plot point around.
One per situation. May only spend one plot point per situation.
Yes.
Okay, I
This
don't
is
know what a
different
situation specifies.
For example, if ammo is rolled for a critical hit, you cannot spend plot point to avoid ammo explosion and then another to ignore the critical hit.
Oh, you know what? Never mind.
Entirely
Go ahead.
different situation.
Different thing.
Very well. Even though he rolled to succeed, you have
Actually,
caused him to fail.
I will amend myself here. It does specifically say some effects can only be used on a player character's own unit as self only. Oh no, that's probably fine then.
That's
Okay, yeah.
that's for tags like avoid ammo explosion. So
Yeah.
Yeah.
I gotcha.
You guys can't be like, oh no, Bandito's mech is exploding from all the ammunition. I would have spent a plot point to save him. Can't do that anymore.
So for note, none of the offensive ones are self only. You can actually cause that to anyone at any time on the battlefield.
Correct.
So like Pondo could shoot
It would
somebody.
be useless to use a offensive one on yourself unless you were like, I would love to trigger a critical hit on myself.
No,
right
but I
there.
mean,
I love
what I mean is
exploding.
like, it doesn't have to be my attack. Like Cotton could shoot somebody, go internal, and then I could force that to be a critical hit.
Correct.
Yeah.
Well, back to the falling rules real quick. Just thought maybe I'd get away from them in the second half of this fight, but no. Here we are again.
Fall down again, you son of a bitch.
With a 5, he's going 2 hexes left side. 1, 2.
Oh, now Cotton has a lovely back shot on him.
8 is 70, so it takes 7 points of damage. First 5 points go to his right leg. Oh wait, I might not be doing that right. I'm definitely not doing that right. Because he took this to his left side. His left arm.
next round.
Right torso. 4 points.
Yeah, so Crab
Piloting roll to not injure yourself. He succeeds.
strolls up here and just uses the full torso twist to throw haymakers with his claws closed. And after the punch has penetrated the back of the armor, he then opens the claws to tear giant, massive holes in this mech's body.
God, that thing is terrifying.
Got anything else you want to describe about that?
No, I think that's adequate.
All right. Well, we're at the break now. I mean, we've been at the break for a while, but we really, really want to do that physical attack phase. So we'll return back from the break, the second half after the break. Stick around for that second half after the break.
Watch me die.
I don't think that's
You're
going
not
to
gonna
happen.
die.
I feel like
Watch me
that's
nay-nay.
pretty unlikely. No, we're not doing that either.